Hello everyone, thanks for watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV. I'm Gabriel Lin. Warm-ups are underway here in the West Gym atop Burnaby Mountain as we're just a couple of minutes away from tip-off between your SFU Clan and CSU-Dominguez Hills Toros. It's been exactly 2 weeks since the Clan beat their border rivals Western Washington Vikings 74-71 in both teams' GNAC opener. SFU overcame a 14-point deficit during the game, and they were led by Aaron Chambers, who had a game-high 23 points, 15 of which came in the second half of play. Meg Wilson also had a double-double for the Clan, with 18 points and a game-high 10 rebounds. So with that big victory to open their conference schedule, the Clan have a 5-3 overall record heading into their final weekend of basketball in 2014. And today and tomorrow's games against the Toros won't be easy ones, as the Toros hold a 7-3 overall record and are currently sitting on a 5-game winning streak. They also boast a perfect 4-0 record in CCAA play, beating Cal State LA this past Wednesday. And so to get you set for today's matchup, we're going to send things down over to Howard Tsumura for some keys to the game. Howard?
Gabriel Lin, thank you so much for that introduction. We're so happy to be with you here courtside at the West Gym. The holidays approaching, Christmas just 5 days away, and the women's basketball action here at the West Gym sure to be an exciting game here today between a very, very tough foe set to face the Clan here today. And Simon Fraser, boy, has had a very, very tough schedule out of conference, and it's included some of the top-ranked teams nationally, and Simon Fraser set to again face one of those teams here in Cal State Dominguez Hills. As you mentioned, their record sterling in the California Collegiate Athletic Association. Big key for Simon Fraser, obviously, goes without saying, it's going to be Aaron Chambers leading the team in scoring and doing such an incredible job. All of Division II basketball, in fact, at 25.6 points per game. Aaron, a great challenge here today, Gabe, and we'll see how she responds to one of the tougher teams in the nation. We'll throw it right back to you as we get set for the opening tip.
Thanks, Howard. We're going to step away for a moment right now, and we'll have all the action from the West Gym live in HD for you on the other side of the break, so don't go away. You're watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we do ask that you please rise as we join Megan Downey for the singing of the American and Canadian national anthems.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready to get underway for this battle between your SFU Clan and the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. Whether you're tuning in from somewhere in Canada, the US, or around the world, we hope you enjoy the game. We'll now send it down to Howard with the call of the game. Howard?
Gabe, thanks so much for the introduction as the players here get sent to be introduced center court. And as you mentioned, Cal State University Dominguez Hills, the Toros, now being introduced on the floor here. Ashanti Sweezer, number 5, the 5'11 senior from Marysville, California, among the starters for them. Brianna Garcia, number 1, a 5'2 junior guard from Highland, California. Julia Pecksteiner, a junior from Vienna, Austria, also a junior at 5'8. Monet Lee, a 5'7 junior guard from Huntington Beach, California, as well as Kai Lynn Wilson, 5'9 redshirt junior from King Drew High School in Los Angeles, California. They are the University Dominguez Hills Toros, 7-3 overall, 4-0 in the California Collegiate Athletic Association, one of the top teams in NCAA Division II basketball, here to face your Simon Fraser Clan. The first of back-to-back games here at the West Gym as we prepare for the holidays, all that great stuff. The Clan will again meet Dominguez Hills tomorrow here right at 1 o'clock in the West Gym. So a chance for back-to-back games, something the Clan were used to in their days in Canadian inter-university sport, playing the same opponent in back-to-back weekends. We'll get to the Clan starters in just a second as we get prepared here, but you will see, as we mentioned, the leading scorer in Division II women's basketball, that is Erin Chambers, the Mission native, averaging 25.6 points per game. There's Erin coming out as part of that Clan group launching those souvenir balls for all the kids in the stands here today at the West Gym. Simon Fraser, 1-0 in the GNAC, the big win over Western Washington a couple of weeks ago, and they will get right back to that schedule against the Great Northwest Athletic Conference in the new year, beginning on New Year's Day. So exciting for the Clan to be getting back to conference competition, but a way to close out the 2014 calendar year right here at the West Gym. The Simon Fraser Clan women and Meg Wilson, number 15 among the starters, set to take the jump against Sweezer, number 5, and we're just about ready for our basketball action here at the West Gym. Sweezer winning the top, but Simon Fraser coming away with the ball, and that's Katie Lowen, number 1, the Lethbridge native at guard. Ellen Kett, number 5, among those starters. Here's a drive by Meg Wilson right to the glass, and the versatile skills of Meg Wilson shining through early as she takes it, shows off that handle as she drives to the basket for the layup. Cal State Dominguez Hills, we mentioned you, 7-3. They've won their share of games here early in the season. A drive underneath Wilson, great defensive coverage, taking the angle there away from the Toros. And very quickly Chambers, a chance to drive back down the floor. Split the defense. Aaron scoring up off the glass, and the Clan 2 for 2 here early in this basketball game. It's a quick 4-0 lead, 45 seconds into this basketball game. Brianne Garcia, number 1, being guarded by Lowen. Weaving her way around the court and launching from the 3, just a little too strong off the back iron there for the Highland, California Redlands High School grad Brianne Garcia of the Toros. Clan itching to get back onto the court. The Simon men played earlier in the week, but the Clan women, and they're going to step out of bounds. That will be the freshman Rachel Fragile, the London, Ontario native, St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Lost her space on the floor, had 1 foot completely out of bounds there, and turnover to the Clan. Launching from 3, and the Toros are showing the penchant for launching from the outside, and making no mistake there is Pecksteiner, the Vienna, Austria native that we told you right off the top, and a smooth-looking release on that shot cuts it to 1 point. Chambers. Aaron measuring well off the glass, just couldn't get the roll there from about 9 feet. So fast breaking are the Toros. Monet Lee, number 15, driving to the basket and drawing the contact. Lee, a starter in every game this season for the Toros. She certainly gets her share of free throw trips. 31 of 42 on the season, though, making the first there. She's averaging 9.3 points per game and 2.7 assists. So too strong off the back iron there is going to keep this game knotted at 4, as Kett, the Australian native, coming up court looking for Chambers. Passes up to Katie Lowen for the 3. Katie just a little off there off the front iron. This Clan team has struggled at times to get in that three-point shooting groove, but they've also been able to turn games around by doing just that. And Monet Lee taking it coast to coast. And Lee is showing the dangerous move she has in her arsenal now. Back-to-back buckets for Lee doing the Toros. Simon Fraser. Entry into Aaron Chambers, and the foul being committed from behind by Kaylin Wilson. So the redshirt junior from LA picking up the foul there. And greetings to our viewers from everywhere, wherever you're watching us. If you're watching the Simon Fraser Clan for the first time and you're outside the BC area, you may not know Simon Fraser, the only international school in the NCAA, playing here at the Division II level. And really building their name brand and their winning ways here. A long-time NAIA school that played as well in Canadian Inter-University Sports. So their third athletic affiliation over the course of their university sports program, which began in the mid-60s. There's a steal of the ball there, and coming right down the floor is Pecksteiner. Kett guarding her, and that's Australia fouling Austria. And you're not going to see that a lot happen, but the Australian native fouling the Austrian native, and Pecksteiner now set to head to the free throw line. Sub set now to come on to the floor for the Clan. Their first sub of the game. It's going to be Homer. Elisa Homer, the Handsworth, North Vancouver native, number 4, coming into the game, and she will spell Katie Lowen. Elisa Homer, solid offensive player, and she showed it early here in her redshirt freshman season. Lane violation there. And that's going to allow Pecksteiner to step right back up and get another shot at it. The Toros now up 7-4. The Clan out to a real quick 4-0 lead, scoring on their first 2 possessions. Getting right to the basket. Pecksteiner making the free throw there. 8-4. They've doubled the Clan on the scoreboard, and it's up to Kent and company now to get themselves out of this little offensive funk early in the game. Homer back up top to Meg Wilson. Kent, the entry down low, and a great move to the ball by Fradgley, and Rachel with the great layup down low makes it a 1-possession game here at 8-6. Fradgley, the freshman from London, Ontario, a great move, great communication with her guards to get the nice layup off the lob. Pecksteiner to a cutting Rayford, number 14, recently checked into this game. Talia Rayford, the 5'6" senior guard for California, transfer from East Arizona College. Didn't cut hard enough on the baseline there. The turnover goes to the Clan. Here's Fradgley, just scored the basket on the outside to Chambers. Little head fake gets Erin into the paint, and she will let go with a perfect release. Burnaby basketball and all BC basketball fans used to seeing the marvels of Erin Chambers, the top scoring player in all of Division II basketball. If you're joining us from out of the area for the first time, you'll notice Erin can play any of the 5 positions on the court, and that is absolutely no exaggeration. We got a media timeout on the floor. We're going to throw it to a short break here and get right back with more action here from the West Gym. And welcome back, everybody, to the West Gym. And we are honored, of course, to have the Terry Fox banner hanging here from the gymnasium rafters. The number 4 worn by the Canadian icon Terry Fox, the Marathon of Hope, and so many great memories of Terry. And great to see Clan basketball honoring one of its greatest alums here in the West Gym. Terry Fox's number 4 to hang permanently in the gymnasium as these 2 teams get set to come back onto the floor from that media timeout. Run through some quick numbers with you. Cal State Dominguez Hills shooting 2 of 5 from the field. Leading scorers thus far, 5 points for Pecksteiner and 3 for Monet Lee. 4 points for Erin Chambers, 2 each for Fradgley and Wilson, accounting for all the Clan scoring in the early going. Baseline drive by Ketch. She's going to kick back up top to Fradgley, but solid defensive pressure there by the Toros. Getting in the way of that pass was number 15, Monet Lee. She will inbound the ball. Get the Toros back down the court with Talia Rayford at the point guard spot right now, handing off to Lee. Quickly to number 3, Taylor Champion. Taylor Champion, a pretty regular starter on this ball club and one of the top scorers on this team, but she comes off the bench in an interesting move by head coach Molly Goodenbauer. Here's Chambers. What a great little dish underneath off the reverse. Great ball reversal action there, and love the backspin that Meg Wilson put on that layup attempt. It's going to go a 10-8 lead here for the Clan. Their first lead since a 4-0. Rearing back and missing on the 3 by not by much though. Number 15, Monet Lee. Chambers and Wilson, the great veteran punch on this Clan basketball team, and they will be so instrumental this season as we get into the GNAC Wars in 2015, but love the communication there with Ket as well involved in finding Meg with a hard cut on the baseline for that layup. There goes the three by Champions, not going to go, and using that wingspan underneath to get the rebound. Aaron will dish off and crash the boards and get a fingertip on that miss. They just couldn't corral the miss by Ket. Right down the floor at high tempo. Boy, right over the back of the goal. Brianne Garcia, they're calling an offensive foul on Garcia there. That Clan bench getting up and applauding the great defensive hustle of the Clan. 5 minutes and 20 seconds into this basketball game, and it's a 10-8 lead for the Clan, and these two teams very evenly matched we're seeing in the early going. Should be a great battle. The first of two, as we mentioned off the top. Two teams meeting again tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and against a double team, Fragile picks up her second basket of the game. Clan doing some great communication. They're using their eyes with each other on the floor, and they're lobbing passes inside. There's a great move as well, matched on the other end. Garcia, little hesitation move, Fraser to turn a corner, and you saw her go to the basket with some purpose there. Here's Homer, head fake, gets her free. She's going to dish to Erin Chambers. Chambers, tough shot from 14 is not going to go. Those Toros reading the scouting report, sticking with her like glue right in front of Erin, squaring up and keeping an eye on her. 12-10 the score. Molly Goodenbauer coaching this team, and what a career she had as a player. Great to see her in the West Gym here today. Here is a turnaround shot by Monet Lee. Lee's a player that can do it. Versatile. Jump shooter and driver. There's Chambers. She's not going to have that happen to her much. That was a great defensive play by Monet Lee, or by Talia Rayford, check that number 14. So Erin Chambers is not going to get blocked too many times, but we saw it right there. Here's Garcia. Lowen back into the game, guarding her well. Back up top to Rayford, drive to the basket, and this time Homer's going to come across, and Lisa Homer not shying away from the battles down low on the baseline as she checks out of the game now, but great play by Fragile and Homer as they check back. Basketball game, fresh troops now in for the Clan, and they will be number 20, Samantha Beauchamp, the Holy Cross grad, the pure freshman. At the shot clock buzzer, and they're going to wave off that made basket there. A tough break for Talia Rayford. Alicia Roberts, the Pepperdine transfer out of York House in Vancouver, now also on the floor. Working with Lowen in the backcourt now. Katie, little crossover move to Meg Wilson. Seeing Dominguez Hills really locking in defensively. Great footwork and staying square to the man. Real basic fundamental stuff, but it's causing the Clan problems right now. Straight up and man defense. Kick back out to Garcia. Kaylin Wilson, number 20, set the check-in. Garcia thought she had a jumper. It's going to go back outside, though, and as awkward as that shot looked, Champion had a good look at the basket. Taylor did the Inglewood, California native, the Oregon State Beaver transfer. Here's Lowen, front rim out. Beauchamp, nice offensive rebound board, recycles to Katie, across court to Roberts. Using the Chambers pick, but can't get anything going in the half court. 20 on the shot clock, lots of time here for the Clan. They've got to make a statement that they can score against this improved Cal State defense over the last few possessions. Beauchamp going underneath the lob, really working as the Clan playing to their height advantage inside in this basketball game. Molly Goodenbauer and company calling a timeout there. We'll keep it here over this timeout, and hope you enjoyed the broadcast here. Clan TV production of Gabriel Lynn, our producer engineer and general do-it-all wizard, with the production here from the West Gym. The crew at Clan TV doing a great job, and we hope you've noticed the improvements this year, trying to give you a better product each and every game, and we're happy to be bringing you this broadcast wherever you might be watching. We're watching some pretty funny stuff happening on the court right now. One jumping across on these bouncing balls, trying to get across the court. Not as easy as it looks. You got to find your rhythm, and very much what these two basketball teams have to do right now as well. We'll run through some of the stats really quickly. Simon Fraser shooting 50% from the field. That's 6 of 12. Leading the team in scoring. 3 players, all with 4 points. Chambers, Fradgley, and Meg Wilson, all doing a solid job with 4 points for the Clan. On the other side of the ledger, Cal State Dominguez Hills, the Toros, 4 of 12, and that includes 1 of 7 from three-point range. They have gotten the only 4 free throw trips in this game. They're 3 of 4. They're leading scorers in this game. Monet Lee with 5 as well, 5 for Julia Pecksteiner. Brianne Garcia with that great drive to the basket, the other 2 points for her team. Back to live action though, and Sam Beauchamp now stepping up to the free throw line to see if she can't get into the scoring ledger as well. We mentioned Holy Cross, the Crusaders in Surrey, a great Final Four team at the AAA level, BC Girls High School basketball last season. And I know head coach Bruce Langford has grand ambitions for Samantha Beauchamp. Sees good floor time here as a first-year player in this program. She's going to get the shooter's roll there off the glass and down, and a 1-point lead here for the Clan, nearing the midway mark of the first half of play. The California Collegiate Athletic Association, nationally unranked, but a very, very quality team here in Cal State Dominguez Hills. And their pre-Christmas plans include a trip to Burnaby to tune up for the remainder of their CCAA campaign. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Very impressive here by Cal State. And off the inbounds, an impressive play as well. Almost got a easy layup there, able to recycle the possession. That's Rayford at the point. Anandi Jimenez as well, and she's going to pass outside for the jump shot. The tough play down low by Kylan Wilson goes unanswered. Beauchamp there nice defensively. Wilson with the quick move and the kick back out. Clan trying to get back into rhythm in this half-court set. Here's Wilson. 16 on the shot clock. Meg dribbling low, and solid job defensively here by Cal State. They go for the steal. Jumping into the passing lanes there was Rayford trying to steal that ball from Aaron Chambers, and Rayford's got the tough defensive assignment of guarding Chambers, and she came running in there looking for the tip, commits the foul. Fiona Beals, redshirt freshman from Riverside Secondary in Port Coquitlam, currently ranked number 1 in the entire province, girls AAA, the Riverside Rapids. And Fiona Beals, one of the great players in program history now, looking to build that career here at the NCAA Division II level with the Clan. So Fiona Beals with the ball right now, entering but getting stolen down low by the Toros. And the drive right down the floor, going for the layup, but drawing the contact is Rayford. So Talia Rayford doing a solid job there. Alicia Roberts getting called for the foul there, number 32 for the Clan. Of course, we mentioned Alicia Roberts, a former province head of the class honoree, a Pepperdine transfer. Had a solid, we should say spectacular career at York House Secondary in Vancouver. She's going to take a seat. Ellen Kett, the starter, number 5, now back into the game. So it's Beauchamp, Chambers, Kett, Beals, and Meg Wilson on the floor right now as the Toros make the free throw. Bringing the pressure, getting through it though, and right to the basket. Beauchamp missing the gimme layup underneath. Unfortunate for Samantha Beauchamp because she did everything right there but score. Ran the floor hard and put herself in a position as the Clan guards broke pressure at half court and had a wide open pass down the floor. So Simon Fraser back to defending, looking to get a stop here, and a bump there underneath. I don't know how they're going to call that, but almost looks like Rayford initiated the contact underneath, but Aaron Chambers, I believe, getting called for the foul. So here's Rayford making the first. Be a 14-13 lead for Cal State Dominguez Hills. This team coached by Molly Goodenbar, the assistant coach Brittany Blankenship. Perhaps the Toros will get in some Christmas shopping here in Burnaby in the Greater Vancouver area before they play a game tomorrow, then head back home for Christmas. They are bringing the pressure at half court. Clan break it again. Homer, great decisive move on the baseline. Wanted the layup, but partially blocked, I believe, down low, and Elisa not able to make the layup there. Here is, well, she is a force for this team. Talia Rayford is. Talia Rayford averaging 12 points per game, 33.4 minutes per game, shooting 41% from the Talia in this game. She's getting quality looks, and she's driving to the basket. High percentage looks for her, and she's playing with a purpose. I can tell you, having to guard Erin Chambers really revs you up on both ends of the ball, and she's showing that same defensive energy on the offensive end. Chambers trying to score against her check, unable to do so. Aggressive in the half court, the Toros are unable to score the basketball there with Kylan Wilson. Chambers quickly to Ket. Ellen for three, and Ket's going to knock down that triple as she falls to the floor. No foul there, but Ket falling backwards, the Australian native knocking down the triple. If you're watching us from the land down under, hope you're enjoying this production on Clan TV. Ellen Ket, a solid start to her season, her second here up on the hill at Burnaby Mountain. There is a three-pointer that's going to rim out. Cal State, number 20, Wilson, the tip attempt there, and the follow from that miss by Jimenez. Foul, though, being called against Ket of the Clan, and wholesale changes here for the Toros. It's going to be Garcia, Champion, and Monet Lee coming into the game. Jada Stanhope, the redshirt freshman from the Kelowna Owls, has stepped into the game now for the first time. Her first appearance here today for the Clan. And energy player. Missing the rebound off the missed free throw, and Clan are going to have to bear down again on defense. Or giving this Cal State Dominguez Hills team second chances at the basket. There's Lee down low. The layup attempt is not going to go for Jimenez, and Chambers leading the breakdown. Very quickly to Ket, play the hot hand. Ellen for the three, and off the rim and out. Garcia quickly. Saw her turn a corner once just like that earlier in the game, but this time repelled in her dribble drive attempt by Ket. So Garcia with 14 on the shot clock looks to reset the offense here. Monet Lee, number 15, driving, playing the angles and getting a nice basket near the end of the shot clock. So Monet Lee, a solid job there. This team off the dribble, very, very dangerous. We're seeing that early. If they're not knocking down the threes, they're getting driving lanes to the basket, and that's the number one thing the Clan are going to have to try and shut down as we progress here. Homer with the shot too strong off the back iron. Another opportunity, and as we talked about the drives that Cal State is getting to the basket, don't see a lot of teams doing that to Simon Fraser. Again, here we go again. The kick out off the drive back to Garcia. She's going to the paint. Clan doing a good job of keeping them out of rhythm, though. Those passes aren't crisp, and here's Garcia into a double team. Somehow manages to hang on, heaving at the shot clock buzzer and missing as Homer gets the rebound on the weak side. So that was the defense the Clan looked. They took the driving lanes away. Ooh, this time Chambers not happy with the call, but indeed Aaron a little too feisty there with the basketball, lowering that shoulder, or raising that shoulder, in fact, into the Cal State player, and getting called for the foul there. So Chambers now 2 fouls in this game as the Clan trail by a possession here, 19-16. 7:17 left in the opening half of play. If you've enjoyed this broadcast thus far on Clan TV, this webcast is available in HD on over your YouTube channel. You can find the link at athletics.sfu.ca and through our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also watch this game on demand. For the latest news, stats, videos, and more, visit our website, athletics.sfu.ca, and you can also stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And Don't forget to use that hashtag. It's hashtag NCAA-AEH, as we are proudly Canadian here atop Burnaby Mountain as the only international program in the NCAA. Beginning in the new year, you'll be able to watch the Clan TV Sports Desk with host Jade Richardson every Monday. SFU athletics news, highlights, and more. Something you want to share on Facebook and tweet out the link to that, because Jade Richardson does a great job bringing us all up to date each week on Simon Fraser Clan sports. And there's a lot of it happening as we hit the new year, as these teams get back out on the floor. Simon Fraser basketball headed to the heart of its GNAC schedule, January and February. Of course, when you are as this Clan women's basketball team is a Sweet 16 entered a couple of years ago to being in the race for a national title, you want the resume in non-conference games to sparkle as well, and that's why the Clan digging in their heels here to see if they can't pull out a W against this very tough and talented Toros team here in the West Gym. Drive to the basket, the kick out. Nice job there as Champion now with the basket, fading away, unable to get the basket. The Clan, a second straight defensive stop for them. They're building some defensive momentum here as we hit 6:50 left in the second half. They can't do that though. Fragilely unable to squeeze the entry. Just ignites the... You're going to let Garcia build up a head of steam. Look out, you're going to have to really move those sneakers down the court, because she can really drive the basketball. She's a energetic bundle there at the point guard spot for Cal State Dominguez Hills. The lob down low, Fragilely again unable to squeeze it properly. I believe the foul there being called on Monet Lee, number 15 for the Toros. The Clan inbounding with a fresh shot clock. Homer using the Stanhope screen on the top, quickly to Ket. Allen up top to Jada, to Katie Lowen, who one of the top scorers on this team, but not able to get into that offensive groove. He missed a couple of triples and would love to get going in a rhythm. Here's Fragilely again, that lob pass down low becoming a real trouble point here. Homer, little head fake, gets her into the paint. The running hook off the glass, and Elisa with a great basket. Homer, the redshirt freshman, great move to score that basket. And with that, Meg Wilson starting forward, stepping up as the Toros again adding to their total of points in the paint, doing a solid job there. And last few possessions finding ways to get to the basket again. 23-18 the score for Cal State Dominguez Hills. That three is going to rattle in and fall for Elisa Homer. 5 straight points for the Handsworth redshirt freshman. Elisa Homer, who lit it up in high school, to put it mildly. She was one of the most dynamic scorers we saw in the BC Girls High School ranks a couple years ago. There's a nice finish though, a second chance opportunity. Ashante Sweezer, fading from the basket, gets her own offensive board for the putback. So a timeout now on the floor, and time to let you know more about the people and all of those surrounding Simon Fraser Clan Athletics. We mentioned Clan TV Sports Desk in January with Jade Richardson every Monday. Can also come down to the school, watch the game, and get some SFU Clan merchandise. And if you're looking for a nice Christmas present, we're having a winter wear sale right now. Save over 30% on a winter wear package that includes a hat, hoodie, scarf, and mug. It's now yours for only $60. It'll be available today and, of course, tomorrow at 1 o'clock when this Clan team rematches with Cal State Dominguez Hills, 1 o'clock here in the West Gym. Howard Sumura here with you on Clan TV. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast. We get back to action here. The Clan trailing by 4 points, 25-21. They've gotten all they can handle from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Here's Homer. Bit of a hot hand. 5 straight points for this team. Cross-court pass by Ket to Katie Lowen. High archer. Oh, in and out for Lowen. Still unable to bury a three, but there's Fragilely following with a great opportunity. And oh, the Clan again missing. And finally, after 3 offensive rebounds, Meg Wilson. They're giving the stat keeper at the minor officials table a real workout here, but they're getting some offensive rebounds, finally putting it back to make it a 25-23 basketball game. Great move and great block there by Fragilely. Stands her ground defensively and gets a big block, which keys transition, and Meg Wilson That's versatility in action, Meg Wilson. And great to see extending fully, using her gifts on the court. She can run the floor, has a great handle, and can shoot from the outside. But when you want to play in transition, you got Meg finishing like a guard at the end of a break, extending those arms and using everything she has for that layup, tying this game at 25, 4:08 remaining. A great job there by Meg Wilson to tie this basketball game 4 minutes from the half. There's a three-pointer that will go out and miss, but an offensive rebound on the other end. And Fradgley will get called for the foul there. She contested that loose ball against number 22, Amanda Jimenez. And Andy Jimenez, I don't know if she took a hand to the face or got a poke in the eye or whatever, but she was favoring her face. Seems to be okay now. Another timeout on the floor. Some of the sponsors that help bring you Clan TV include Charter Bus Lines, the official motor coach of Simon Fraser University Athletics. Escape the ordinary, charter the extraordinary. That's Charter Bus Lines of BC. We should let you know what's happening in the new year. Of course, we mentioned 1 o'clock. You can join us again here on Clan TV to watch the rematch of this game, Cal State and Simon Fraser. Also, January the 1st at 7 o'clock, we're back on the air again in the new year. The first day of the new year, it's the Clan versus Montana State Jackets, and January the 3rd against the Seattle Pacific Falcons. Children under the age of 18, seniors over 55, you can attend all home Clan varsity events for the low price of just $2. In addition, all SFU students are free when they show their student card at the gate. Quick scan of the scores. Monet Lee, check that, leading the Toros with 7 points. Brianne Garcia with 6, 5 apiece for Julia Pecksteiner and Talia Rayford. Anandi Jimenez at the free throw line now for Cal State Dominguez Hills, and she will knock down the free throw, making it 27-25. Here comes that three-quarter court pressure. Clan breaking it with Beauchamp at half court, quickly to Lowen. The Clan settling into their half court. Wilson's going to get it stripped by Garcia, and a race to the ball there with Lowen. They are running like sprinters down the floor. It's going to go off of Garcia. A great hustle by the little guard. Molly Goodenbauer and company stressing for their players to get set defensively for the inbound pass here. Clan being led by 8 points of Meg Wilson. On the floor right now. Cross-court pass to Alicia Roberts, recently checked into this game. Alicia on the baseline, measures it up and knocks it down. Roberts, a nice shot from over 8 feet on the baseline. That's going to tie this game at 27. We've been knotted constantly throughout this game. It's been a fantastic first half of basketball here at the West Gym. There's a drive by Monet Lee. Beauchamp there, able to squeeze it underneath, and here's the post. At 6'2", almost looks like she hurdles Garcia as she goes to the basket. Wilson getting called for the foul there. It just shows you the athleticism of Meg Wilson, who's going to dive into the post, but on the transition game can get out there and lead it. She almost looked like she was hurdling a player as she drove to the basket. There's a skip pass underneath, a kick back out for 3, and that's going to fall for the Toros. Great basket there by number 20, Kaylin Wilson. Los Angeles native knocked down a big shot there, a 30-27 lead with 2:39 remaining. The lob pass down low into Beauchamp from Chambers is going to be rejected by the Toros, and Garcia very quickly up the floor here. Brianne wants the 3. Nice arcing shot is not going to fall though, and Chambers chasing down that loose ball. She'll charge up the floor here for the Clan. Wilson to a cutting Alicia Roberts. Just keeps that pivot foot before she releases and knocks it down. So there's a big 3-point shot by Alicia Roberts. Alicia Roberts ties the score at 30, and bench points here big right now. Unfortunately, we've got an injury on the floor, though, and we certainly hope everything's okay there with one of the Toros players. Well, they're attending to her on the floor, and we can't make out the number here, unfortunately. We will throw it to a quick break and get right back to you here on Clan TV. And right back with you here at the West Gym. And that is the Vienna native being helped off the floor, and clearly hope she's all right, but don't want to speculate on the injury. She seems to be feeling a lot better from the initial fall. And our best to her and speedy recovery to get back into this game if she can. So Julia Pecksteiner, the 5'8 junior from Vienna, Austria, helped off the floor and receiving medical attention here, and we'll bring you up to date if we can on her condition as the game progresses. 30-30 the score, 2 minutes left here to the half. A great cut underneath the basket. A missed layup, though, by Wilson of the Toros, triggering the fast break here, and Katie Lowen pulls up for three, and Katie can't get the roll. Loose ball underneath. Wilson corrals it back up top to Lowen, now to Chambers. 26 on the shot clock. Chambers drives, jump stop, tough shot, measures it, and as she's fading, Erin Chambers doing what she does best, scoring the basketball, giving her team a 32-30 lead here. And turning the corner hard, and Wilson with a rejection at the other end of the floor. So the Clan doing it on both ends and building the momentum here. Solid job by the Simon Fraser Clan, and these are the kind of games you want. You want to be tested as you're getting ready for that GNAC campaign to really get going with 2 games a week starting in early January. This is just the kind of game head coach Bruce Langford and company wanted. They're getting it today from a very, very talented Cal State Dominguez Hills basketball team. Champion, the post-up moves down low. The turnaround off glass doesn't go, and this game's going to stay 32-30 Clan. A chance to build on that lead for Simon Fraser. Here's Roberts, fumbling with the ball a bit, but getting it to Wilson underneath, turns the pivot, kicks out to Alicia for the triple, goes off the rim. What a gigantic rebound by Katie Lowen, the smallest player on the floor for the Clan. But Simon Fraser can't make it pay. Great hustle by Lowen to get the recycle of the shot clock there. 22 on the shot clock, 42 seconds remaining, so the Clan are going to get another chance here. Here's Garcia rather. Love the way this girl plays the game. Boy, she has got an incredible handle, and she can just lull you to sleep, then blow by you to the basket, and Garcia showed you right there what kind of handle she has on the basketball. 32-30 the score, 20 seconds left, about 3 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Here's Chambers. Dogged at the three-point line, quickly into Wilson. And a loose ball there on the floor is saved by Roberts. And that shot is going to go out of bounds. 2.7 seconds remaining in the game, so chance here for Molly Goodenbauer and company to chalk something up here as we go to a Cal State Dominguez timeout. 2.77 seconds left, and they'll play for the lead. Yeah, 32-32 our score here with some wonder about that, but indeed a tie game here. Cal State Dominguez Hills having a chance, as we said, to play for the lead heading into the second half of play. It's been just that kind of a basketball game from the opening tip. Both teams answering each other and both teams finding ways to put their best foot forward and adjusting. We'll see what happens here over the final 2.7 seconds. Quick inbounds pass for the Toros. They're going to get the ball down to Champion, and that's the basket. So 32 is our score for the Simon Fraser Clan, and we'll get a chance to bring you up to date on some of the happenings, but we're going to first be joined by Clan Women's assistant basketball coach Emily Wright, and Emily will join us right now as we are actually getting our view to the camera blocked by one of the coaches, so we'll just keep going here for a few seconds before Emily joins us. Ask Emily about the opening half of play and what the Clan need to do in the second half. Courtside at our camera location. Simon Fraser doing a great job, and we'll get a chance to ask Emily about what they did defensively that really started to work for them as we're joined by Emily right here. And we'll bring Emily in for 1 quick second, and we'll stare at the camera over this way and get a chance to ask you about the first half of play. What impressed you, and what do you guys need to do better in the second half?
We played pretty good half-court defense, but we need to do a better job finding bodies, and so that we can keep them off the offensive glass. They out-rebounded us offensively 10-8, which actually got better as the half went on, but we need to keep them off the glass, and we need to keep their two guards going left instead of right.
Last question, Emily. How good are these games in getting ready for a GNAC schedule that's going to begin in earnest in January?
Yeah, it's great to be able to play games in December, and so that you're fresher come January 1st when we have Montana at home. Just to be able to mix the practices in with games so that the girls get back into the feel of things, and then they don't have such a long break.
All right, Emily, best of luck in the second half to you guys. Thanks so much. Okay, we'll throw to a quick break and get back to you with some stats from the opening half of play. Howard Samura here with you on Clan TV.
It takes something really special to pause life, even if it's for a moment. The Keg Steakhouse and Bar. Great food, great conversations. We'll see you tonight.
All right. Welcome back to Clan TV. We've been joined by SFU forward Meg Wilson. Meg, your comments on the opening half of play and the level of play you guys brought.
I mean, this is a fast, quick team that like to drive, and we're boarding way better than us. So the second half of the first half, we looked a lot to board off on our offensive end as well as keeping them off the boards, and that's what turned the game around, I think.
You guys got good performances off the bench from your guards. I thought Alicia and Elisa played especially well. They combined for 10 points. Good to see the young freshman players stepping up for you.
Yeah, for sure. This part of the season, all the rookies have started to step up and figure their roles on the team, and so it's great to see them performing well in pressure situations.
All right, Meg, good luck in the second half. Thanks for joining us. That's Meg Wilson on Clan TV. We're going to bring you up to date now on some statistics from the opening half of play. We'll run through some of the numbers here really quickly for you. Let you know the Simon Fraser Clan shot 42.4% from the field. They were 14 of 33, including 3 of 12 from beyond the arc. Only 2 free throw trips for Simon Fraser in the opening half of play. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and those trips coming from Samantha Beauchamp, the freshman post. The only free throw need to amp up that in the second half to keep close in what is a 32-32 tie here. Individually for Simon Fraser, no double-digit scores yet, but Meg Wilson, who just joined us, 8 points as well as 5 rebounds. Erin Chambers, 6 points and 4 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. Some of the other leading scores for the Clan. Homer, as we mentioned, with 5. Alicia Roberts with 5. 4 points for Rachel Fragile. 3 for Ellen Kett. And 1 point for Samantha Beauchamp from the free throw line. Cal State Dominguez Hills, coached by Molly Goodenbauer, the former Stanford great, who we obviously enjoyed watching through those great years with the Cardinal. Her team in the opening half of play, 11 of 36, 30.6% from the field. 2 of 12 from beyond the arc, 16.7%. So clearly want to get into a rhythm from the outside. They did have 11 free throw trips, 8 of 11. And leading the way, scoring-wise, for the Toros, the smallest player on the floor, Brianne Garcia, 4 of 8 from the field. She didn't hit a triple in 3 shots from the outside, but leads her team with 8 points at the half. Monet Lee was 7. Real solid play from her early in this basketball game. 5 points apiece from Julia Pecksteiner and Talia Rayford. We can tell you Julia Pecksteiner still seated. She's got an ice pack taped to her, looks like her right knee, and Simon Fraser medical staff over talking to her and chatting it up with her, and she seems to be in good spirits right now. So the knee injury right now. Pecksteiner was a solid player early in this contest, so clearly doesn't look like she's going to be returning to this basketball game, but did a great job while she was on, and certainly we wish the best for the native of Vienna in this 2-game weekend series. Some of the other numbers individually that tell a story here for us in the opening half of play. Simon Fraser had 10 turnovers to only 4 by Cal State Dominguez Hills. The points off turnovers reflect those numbers. The Toros outscoring the Clan off of turnovers 11-4. Points in the paint, Simon Fraser 20-14, the advantage there, and the Clan do have the height advantage against this team. They have 3 or 4 bigs that can go in there and get the job done. It's Beauchamp, Fragile, and of course Meg Wilson among them. So they're going to have to exploit that. That lob pass going inside really did a good job early against the Toros, but Molly Goodbar and company doing their best to disrupt that pass and really create some turnovers off of that as that first half of play progressed. Bench points as well, the Clan with an 11-7 lead, and that's 5 each from the 2 guards on this basketball team off the bench, Alicia Roberts and Elisa Homer. So 9 seconds here left before the buzzer to start the second half of play. Cal State Dominguez will have the ball inbounding at half court as we get set for the second half of play here. Everything we thought and more in that opening half of play. A game knotted at 32. The Clan come out with their starters. It's Chambers, Lowen, and Kett in the backcourt, along with Fragile and Wilson in the front court. Cal State Dominguez Hills out there as well. Champion replacing Pecksteiner in the starting lineup, and that'll be the group on the floor for the Toros. Fragile cutting it off. The double team on the baseline is successful, and Meg Wilson coming away with the loose ball off the turnover to Chambers. Aaron surveys the situation. Lowen to Wilson. To Ellen Kett, driving and looking to find Fragile underneath. Rachel is able to squeeze that loose ball, but can't kick it back up top to Chambers. Foul now being called against the Toros, and that's number 14, Talia Rayford. So Rayford with a quick foul and off the inbounds and a fresh shot clock. The Clan. Chambers kicking it outside. Gets it again, and this time to Ket from the top. 23 on the shot clock. A chance for Lowen to hoist a triple, and she will. Katie knocking down the big triple here to start the second half of play. That's a 35-32 lead here for Simon Fraser. Both Ket and Lowen, when they get in a zone, can really shoot the triple, along with Chambers and even Meg Wilson. So pretty potent shooting team here for the Toros. Want to do the same, and they can't find the mark there with Rayford. Too strong off the rim. Just underway here on Clan TV. Howard Simura here with the broadcast from the West Gym. There's Lowen again, hoisting from three. Can't get it, but Fragilely with the loose ball. You can hear Molly Gudenbauer here right next to us at our broadcast location courtside. We're hearing wake up, and that loose ball there for the taking for the Clan. Chambers stumbles as she started her drive, and going to get a jump ball call. The alternating possession, it will go to the Clan. So Ket Sweezer, number 5, coming off the floor. Off the inbounds to Chambers, muscling her way, and Aaron with, boy, like a pool shark there, really playing the angles high off the glass. Aaron using her laws of physics there as she goes high off the glass for that straight down drop off the layup. And the Clan coming out strong here. They've scored the first 5 points of this second half of play. The Toros want a timeout. So Chambers now with 8 points in this game, 4 of 8 from the field. As well, we saw the triple from Katie Lowen, who had started off 0 for 5, and all 5 of those in the opening half of play coming from beyond the arc. So Katie Lowen with her first 3 points of the basketball game, a real dangerous offensive weapon for this Clan basketball team. Simon would love to get that ball moving a bit more crisper in the half court, and with the weapons they have in Wilson and Chambers to really get some crisp ball movement and some good looks from the outside or drives to the basket. The key for this Clan team, though, it's head coach Bruce Langford's job, develop those young post players as this season progresses. That's something we'll be watching with Beauchamp and Fragilely, and how quickly they can come along in the GNAC. It's not going to be easy as pure freshmen, but solid play. Here's the bundle of energy for the Toros. That's Garcia. Look at that. She pulls it out of her bag of tricks and almost gets it to go as she drives into the paint. Can't quite get that tough angle layup to go. The lob down low to Fragilely. Quick turnaround. Credit the defensive play there of the Toros. Champion and Monet Lee down low really did a good job to disrupt that entry pass. And here's Lee now with the basket, splitting the double team, draws the contact. Ellen Ket is going to get called for the foul there. So Monet Lee set to step up to the free throw line. Great decisive drive to the basket there by Lee, the 5'7" junior from Huntington Beach, California. And she will knock down the first free throw. First points of the half here for the Toros. Those are the keys. Simon Fraser's got to stop dribble penetration. This Toros team did a great job of it in the opening half of play as Lee knocks down both of those free throws. Homer back into the game now, number 4. We mentioned her 5 points. Elisa Homer went straight to the exercise bike, and that happens a lot. You want to stay loose and get into the game. We were going to have her as a halftime guest, but clearly the message from head coach Bruce Langford, get on that bike, stay loose. You're going to have to go in quickly in this second half of play. So Elisa Homer off her 5 points in the opening half in the game now, splitting the defense, putting up a wild shot off the glass. It's not going to fall for Anandi Jimenez, number 22. Here's Lowen, maintains her pivot as she comes to a quick stop at the other end of the floor. Meg Wilson up top. Chambers for 3. She hasn't taken a lot of them today. I don't know if that was partially blocked, but it drew no iron at all for Erin Chambers. And Erin Chambers is clearly a marked lady on the court. She knows they're going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at her to slow her down. And when you lead your entire Division II in scoring, that's going to happen. Erin Chambers is such a quality player. She plays through that on a nightly basis and leads with 26.5 points per game. And here she's going to get a rebound. Look down floor. No look pass. Jumps in front of it. Garcia. Great effort by the fire plug. She goes down the floor and draws the contact. Meg Wilson is going to get called for the foul. Yeah, indeed, 15, Meg Wilson getting called for the foul. And how fun is Garcia to watch? The lights dimmed suddenly here in the building. I'm not too sure what happened there, but I know Garcia's hot, but turning the lights out isn't going to slow her down. Well, there's a timeout on the floor. We're not too sure what's going on here. I think they're going to potentially look at some of the... But the lights did dim. I don't know if it's a holiday thing or what going on here. 16:29. We're early in the second half of play. The lights were losing more power. I'm starting to wonder if this is a sock hop or a... I showed my age there, didn't I? Or a basketball game, because the lights are dimming enough that I think they're going to have to look at the situation here in the gym. Half of the lights here in the West Gym have gone dim, have gone dark here. A message to my producer engineer, Gabriel Lynn. I think we'll throw this to a quick break, Gabe, and we'll get back to our action here at Clan TV. Both teams thought, well, the lights are actually coming on now. I guess they're reading my mind. And they're all on now. Perhaps somebody leaned against the light switch, Gabe. We'll keep it here as these teams come back out onto the floor. Simon, Fraser, and Cal State Dominguez Hills. It's 37-34 Clan. It's a one-possession game. And the officials explaining to the coaches that we're ready to get back to play here. Alicia Roberts for be checking in at the next opportunity. As will Talia Rayford, number 14, as Garcia gets set to shoot some free throws. Or one more free throw anyway. I thought it was one more. So Homer's on the floor for the Clan, number 4, along with the rest of the starting group, and that's Fradsley, Lowen, Wilson, and check that, Elisa Roberts now into the game for Erin Chambers, who committed a foul a second ago. And 2 for 2 there for Garcia from the free throw line. It's a 1-point game here. We're in for a battle here over the final 16-24. This Clan basketball team getting all it can handle. Here's Wilson driving baseline. The slap from behind by Champion is going to draw the call. Check that. And Taylor Champion, the 5'10 senior, has been at both Oregon State and UC Irvine. Inglewood, California native getting called for the foul there. And Wilson, if you're watching Meg Wilson back home in her hometown of London, Ontario, I'm sure you're delighted with the way she's developed into the go-to player in the front court for Simon Fraser, the graduate of high school, doing a great job here for Bruce Langford and company atop Burnaby Mountain. Meg Wilson, true bright light for this team. There's a triple by Champion. Champion can knock that shot down right from the top. It's Taylor for 3. Suddenly tied now at 39. So a surge here by the Toros that the Clan need to find an answer for. The lob down low to Fradsley. Turnaround wide move on that turnaround shot is not going to find any success here. And I'll tell you, Garcia is tough to guard. Wow, that hesitation move on Elisa Homer. Big time move there. She creates the space off the step back and drive right to the basket. Going for the steal there. This time, though, is going to commit the foul as she's guarding Homer right in front of that Clan bench. So we're going to get a timeout on the floor now. I believe that's a Cal State Toros. Oh, it's a media timeout. A media timeout. We're going to throw it back to Clan TV producer Gabriel Lee. And welcome back to the West Gym here at Simon Fraser. Apologies to our broadcast guru, Gabriel Lynn, calling him Gabriel Lee. I'll get my soon here. Back to main action, and Simon Fraser trailing by a bucket here, 41-39. Coming out of the timeout, some nice ball movement by the Clan. They find Fragilely underneath, and Rachel can't get it to fall. The freshman struggling a bit down low, getting some quality looks there, but unable to deliver there in a basket that would have tied this game. Here's Lee, number 15. She's way off the mark for the Toros. Quickly, Simon Fraser down the floor. Cal State Seals getting their numbers back down the pine very quickly. Little hesitation, turnaround move, razzle-dazzle off the glass by Meg Wilson. Great effort by Fragilely, but she can't find the handle on that loose ball. Right down the lane is the Toros, and they're going to score it. Rayford, number 14. Great effort by Rayford to get to the glass, and it's a 4-point lead here. A bit of a swing. And this Clan team that came out and scored the first 5 points of the second half. There's Homer missing on her 3-point effort, and the Clan really need to bear down right now because Cal State is coming. That is a triple by Champion. And the 3-ball a rarity today for Cal State Dominguez Hills. They were shooting 3 of 14 before that triple by Champion. Langford needs timeout for the Clan here. They need to talk some things over. This game quickly, a 7-point lead. And I will say, if Cal State Dominguez Hills starts hitting its threes, they will become absolutely dangerous because they're leading this game based on the way they're driving the ball to the basket and drawing contact and getting to the free throw line. 15 free throw trips to just 4 free throw trips in this game for Simon Fraser. Amazing number for the Clan, who are just a bit too much in the finesse department, not much in the physicality here. They need to step it up and establish some other parts of their game. They need to take it hard to the hole. You look at the stats put up by Brianne Garcia, their Dervish guard, 5 of 10 from the field. She's 0 of 3 from, so she's actually 5 of 7. And I think that's part and parcel of the whole theme. There they take it strong. As we said, coming out of that timeout, that's what they have to do. They need to take it to the rim and draw the contact. Chambers does just that, and she draws the slap as she's underneath the basket. Now gets a chance to step up from 15 and do some damage. Samantha Beauchamp set to check in here at the next stoppage, perhaps for Fragilely. We'll see what happens. Indeed, here comes Sam Beauchamp from Holy Cross. He's out of the game. Rachel would love to have those opportunities back, but she's, I think, heartened by the fact that she's getting herself in a position to score the basketball. She's just got to temper those nerves a bit, and she's going to work out just fine. She's going to be one of the top post players in the Bruce Langford NCAA era without question. Great move to the basket by Monet Lee. It's hesitation, and if you're not going to come over and guard her, she's going to blaze her trail to the basket. She does just that. 48-40, the Clan on their heels. That's Ket turning the ball over. Ellen gets back defensively, and we'll see how the call goes. Ellen Ket, great play, courageous, stepping in front after she got the ball, but the presence of mind to set her feet and get in position to get that ball right back for her team. For a team that needs to start rallying, maybe the biggest defensive play of the game for the Clan thus far. Great play for Ket here. That could be the play that starts to turn things around as Chambers inbounding the ball with 13:42 left. Ket again with the ball, Garcia guarding her. Ellen looks for a cutting Aaron Chambers. Defensive pressure, though, there being brought by Talia Rayford, and it's enough to cut that passing angle down to a bad pass down low, a turnover, and a Toros ball. Rayford tries to drive on back up top and drive and kick there to Lee. Monet on the baseline. Chasing it down, though, for a second chance opportunity. As you see there, the Toros forceful in the hustle department on the weak side of the floor to get another shot at it. It's Gooden. Ooh, this time a hand in the way, and Ket comes away with it. Clan trailing by 8 quickly down the floor to Meg Wilson. Oh, and that is Rayford just ripped the ball out of her hands. Lee driving to the basket. The great kick. That is an unselfish pass. That is a next level pass off the break. And they're leading by 10 now, and they're fully deserving of leading by 10. This is a very, very unselfish basketball team that we're seeing here at the Toros. And if you're a purist, you just love to see the way they play the game. Right now, there's Chambers into a double team. Slipped, I believe, on a wet spot on the floor and just fell. Unfortunate for Aaron, but fortunate for the Toros as Garcia leading the charge here, the 10-point lead. They're going to slow it down, take their time with some of these possessions, and they're carving the Clan in the half court right now. Here's Lee driving on Wilson. Meg doing enough there to prevent the basket. Chambers, 2-on-2. Elects to keep it, wants to drive to the basket. Aaron can't find the angle, just missing there. Tough break for the Clan as Chambers trying to jumpstart her team here with a drive to the basket. Timeout on the floor. It's all coming together right now for this Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros basketball team. As we mentioned off the top, these same two teams will play a game tomorrow at 1 o'clock here in the West Gym. But right now, this Cal State Dominguez team, full value for a 10-point lead. And despite the fact that they're only shooting 34.7% in this game, the reason they're winning it is they're getting free throw trips. And despite that lower field goal percentage, matching the Clan in points in the paint. So they're doing all the little things they need to do. Sometimes that stuff can be deceptive, overall field goals, when you're adept in other areas on the floor. And right now, the Clan with only 6 free throw chips, 4 of 6 from the stripe, and the Toros 12 of 15. That really does make up your difference for two teams shooting in the mid-30s from the field, and two teams who have struggled to get anything going in terms of rhythm from distance in this basketball game. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. To let you know, the executive producer of Clan TV is Steve Frost, the producer, director, engineer Gabriel Lynn, myself, Howard Samura on the broadcast. Special thanks to everyone in the marketing and communications department and others, as well as Jade Richardson, for being a part of Clan TV. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We're getting to the stretch drive and time for the Clan to announce themselves, and they are missing gimmies down low. Meg Wilson there unable to convert. A tough break there. This Clan team with a 10-point deficit. Unfortunate that Champion hit the mark there from 3 from their perspective. Keep it at 10 points here. Chambers driving into the paint. 2 players immediately. Foul's going to be called on Garcia, number 1, the Dervish. She is a ball handler there for Dominguez Hills today, but Chambers, the benefactor, set to go to the free throw line. Aaron being held to 4 of 11 from the field today. She's 0 of 2 from beyond the arc, and these are only her 3rd and 4th of free throw trips of the night, or of the afternoon, we should say. Aaron now at double figures in scoring with 10 points. And that will give her the team lead now at 11 points for Aaron Chambers, 11:32 remaining. It's an 8-point game. Boy, I tell you, if you want to term what power dribbling is, you watch this Cal State Dominguez Hills team, because they believe in it. And they may not be the tallest team, but they, as we say, power dribble, and great lower body strength with so many of their guards. They're able to power their way to the basket. Here's Champion, just going to hoist a prayer, and it's going to front rim out, but the rebound underneath, oh! That's Kaylin Wilson. And Katie Lowen, wrong place, wrong time. Not a great mismatch for Katie underneath. Going to get called for the foul there. So the Toros now with a chance to get back to double digits in the lead column. Oh, they will not, as Wilson misses the first. Medical report to let you guys know. We see Julia Pecksteiner still seated. Doesn't seem to be in any pain, but just kind of sitting off to the side by herself, unable to get back into this game with an ice pack on her knee. As Wilson makes the second free throw, making it a 51-42 lead. It's a 9-point advantage. Rachel Fradgley, number 11 for the Clan, set to check in at the next stoppage. Aaron for three, off the back glass, into the cylinder, and right back out. She can't buy a break shooting the basketball. So Chambers now 4 of 12, check that, shooting 25% from the field. A tough, I can't do my math, 33% from the field. Steal. They get it back through the Toros and go right to the rim. Can't get it there. Wilson, a big rebound. She's got to protect that ball. She does. Quickly to Ellen Kett. Kett to Homer on the wing, pulling up for the three in transition. It's going to go right over the goal. Elisa trying to get the steal, and this is the one player that has really, really hurt them. Monet Lee, number 15. If she drives to the basket, they've got to get bodies in her way. She's done a great job powering to the basket in this game. Lee's going to come up and take that ball there. Kett guarding her. Turnaround move, and that lowers the shoulder. Kett, for the second time, is going to stand in there. Molly Goodenbauer not liking that call from a Toros perspective, but clearly, as much as Chambers lowered her shoulder earlier in the game, Monet Lee did exactly the same thing there, and she's going to get whistled for the foul. Ellen Kett not afraid to take the punishment. She's been knocked to the pine twice in this basketball game to draw charges and get her team back to basketball. Past the midway mark now of the second half. Clan on offense in the half court. That's Fradgley, the handoff to Chambers. Driving to the basket. Aaron finally finds a lane, and Chambers drives to the basket. Aaron with 13 points in this game now. 7-point game, and Talia Rayford immediately summoned into the game by Molly Goodenbauer after the Chambers basket. And we'll see what happens in the matchup department. There is Monet Lee, the kick to Champion. Taylor drives, the little finger roll is going to go. Champion right to the rim, gets into the paint, a big basket there. 53 the score. Fradgley on the block, kicks it up to Katie Lowen for three. Katie, can't find the mark. Lowen, rim out. This Clan team hanging around, but no rhythm from beyond the arc. Garcia to Lee, lets it loose. Not on the mark. Wilson comes in with a tomahawk there. Doesn't get called for a foul and benefits the Clan because Kett gets out with numbers 2-on-1. She gives it up to Katie in the block at the other end of the floor, running hard and getting down there for the block. That is Kaylin Wilson, and she's pumped up. It's going to get called for the foul, though. She ran hard. She went the full 94 to get that block at the other end of the floor. Thought she was clean there, but is going to get called for the foul. Love the way the Clan ran the 2-on-1 and gave it up at the very end. And Katie Lowen gets to the stripe here to knock down the first free throw. 8:32 remaining. You're watching Clan TV in our broadcast of the home Clan versus Cal State Dominguez Hills, the Toros from the California Collegiate Athletic Association. They're 4-0 in their league. They've already played 4 league games. The Clan 1-0 in theirs, but two very, very good basketball teams here. As Lowen finishes up at the stripe, and it's a 7-point lead. Monet Lee left wide open, and she's going to step up and say, thank you very much. I'll knock down the three. I don't just drive the basketball. And a great job there by Lee. It's a 10-point game. There's Meg Wilson for three, and she is going to get the roll. There was very little backspin, very little arc on that shot, but Meg with the shooter's touch there gets it to fall. 56-49 the score, 7:58 remaining. So knockdown, drag-out battle here. It's getting physical. Tons of great half-court basketball. Oh, and Garcia with a great little finger roll there at the end of that drive to the basket off glass. Gets it back to 9 points. The Clan need to get stops here as Sam Beauchamp and Elisa Roberts get set to check in. Chambers can't buy a break. Another miss from the three from the outside. Aaron not having the kind of shooting game she wants to here. This Cal State team has really shortened its bench, and these players are looking a little fatigued here with 7:16 remaining. We'll see if that benefits the Clan down the stretch. Of course, they're not going to take Chambers out of the game, or they have taken her out very little in this game. Meg Wilson getting called for the foul there. Timeout on the floor now as well. 7:07 remaining. We're going to keep it here and play the chess match here as to what's going to happen down the stretch drive of this game. Bruce Langford's Clan, Molly Gutenbauer's Toros engaged in a battle here. Meg Wilson getting called for that foul. Wilson now with 4 fouls in this game. Ellen Kett with 3. On the other side of the ledger, Brianne Garcia with 4 and Kaylin Wilson with 3. Everybody else pretty fresh and effective the rest of the way to play their game. The second half of play that was really seeing the Toros up the ante in terms of their shot selection and what they're doing on the floor. They're shooting 41%, 9 of 22. Might not seem world beating, but when you look at the fact they've held the Clan to 4 of 18 shooting in the second half, and that's hard to believe. 4 of 18 are the Clan, 18 of 51 on the game, but the Clan are shooting 22% over the first 13 minutes of this second half of play. If you play that kind of defense and do that kind of a job as concentrating on stops at the other end of the floor, you're going to start to make some headway on the scoreboard, and they've done that. They trailed by 5 points, did the Toros, very early in the second half of this game, but they're now leading by 9, so a 14-point turnaround from that stage. And what can you say about this team? It's Monet Lee, it's Brianne Garcia, Talia Rayford among the standouts for this basketball team. I wish this team was in the GNAC and we got to see them on a regular basis. They would be such a fun team to watch. Just love the way they're coached and the way they play as well. Just the kind of test the Simon Fraser Clan need, and they're going to have to get in comeback mode if they want to come back with a W in this game. Right now, trailing by 10 points to the Toros of Cal State Dominguez Hills. Chambers with the ball. Cross court to Lowen. It's got Beauchamp and Wilson in the front court. That's Wilson to Chambers for 3. Aaron still can't buy a basket. She misses on that 3. Charging down the floor, 1-on-2, and still getting the basket after slicing through the defense are the Toros, and Jimenez with the basket there. The way they scored it there off the Clan miss just makes you think this isn't the Clan's day. Chambers for 3, and this time Aaron with the arc and the rotation on the beautiful. She knocks it down, and Aaron hits a huge basket for this team. They needed that basket right now, and they've got to get a stop now. They're trailing by 9, 61-52, 6:12 remaining. Garcia calls for the handoff. That's Monet Lee turning the corner off the high screen to get it back down low. Struggle to see beyond the official and Coach Gutenbauer here at our broadcast location, but there is a 3 hoisted off the back iron. Tip to the Clan. Rayford with the miss there. Quickly down to Meg Wilson. Oh, and Wilson gets stripped. This team have had the ball right out of their hands on about 3 or 4 occasions. And when I see that, I come to one conclusion. That is a tough Cal State team. When you see that many balls ripped out of the hands of opposing teams, you know their practices are tough, and they really get down to it defensively as they score another basket here. There's a great play there. Oh, and Lowen had a lane to the basket, but she gave it up to Beauchamp. Jump ball situation is going to give the Toros the basketball. And they're playing great, but they sure look winded. That's Jimenez coming off the floor and really looking like she needs a breather. But Taylor Champion ripping that ball right out of the hands of the Clan player. And we've seen that happen. I've never seen the Clan have that many balls simply stripped from them. And whether they're not protecting the ball or what they need to be doing is up for debate. But right now, way, Cal State Dominguez Hills are stealing the ball, stealing the game from the Simon Fraser Clan team. 11 points now the lead. That's their largest of the game. I think it's time to reference Canadian Inter-University Sport at this time, and for those unaware, that is Canada's main national collegiate basketball system. It extends across the country, and in this conference in the western part of Canada, schools normally play the same school twice, back-to-back Friday and Saturday as their league games. Well, this takes on the same face tomorrow. And the Clan, of course, played in that league for upwards of a decade. And the one thing I can say from watching this Simon Fraser Clan team along with others in their league like the Victoria Vikes and the UBC Thunderbirds is you could have a completely different game the next night. It's when the coaches hit the chalkboard and decide what they have to do. And many, many times you're going to see a blowout win one way turn into a blowout win the other. There's a great drive to the basket and a miss, but a weak side offensive rebound. 2 misses there by the Toros. Good chance to really put the Clan away there. Simon Fraser quickly down the floor. Great drive, and yes, she gets the rattle and the roll. That's Erin Chambers heating up. Whether it's too little, too late, we'll see. 63-54 now is the score. This Simon Fraser team, life here. Jada Stanhope, number 13, the Kelowna native. Former Owl checking in for Samantha Beauchamp. So, freshman for freshman on the floor. Roberts inbounding to Chambers. Tough shot, Aaron hits a huge shot. 4:27 left in this basketball game off the inbounds on the baseline. That's a big shot for Chambers. And she scored 7 points in the last maybe minute and a half in this basketball game, starting with that triple. Aaron's starting to heat it up right now. There's Chambers, though. You see her on the floor. Such a player of influence. She's talking to Jada Stanhope of what she needs her to be doing on the floor right now. Big shot by Chambers. And I think that energized this whole Clan team. They can stop Cal State down the stretch drive. That'll mean a lot because this team gets to the basket. Look at that. There's Monet Lee with the offensive rebound. Another offensive board underneath, and Stanhope from behind is forced to foul. That offensive rebound count is mighty, mighty impressive for Cal State Dominguez Hills, and they get after it. They get after it. They manufacture second chance opportunities, and they force you to be tough. So interesting how the Clan have run into a buzzsaw on the boards, despite the fact that they are undersized compared to Simon Fraser. This shows you the old cliche about rebounding coming from the heart, and they're doing a great job right now, are the Toros. It's up to the Clan to answer that call here in the final 3:55 of this basketball game. Howard Samura here with you on Clan TV, reminding you we'll be back again with you tomorrow in the West Gym. I hope to do some Christmas shopping early Sunday morning and get to the gym for a December the 21st collegiate basketball atop Burnaby Mountain. Here in the gym that honors icon and Simon Fraser former athlete Terry Fox. His big number 4 long retired but now hanging permanently here from the rafters at the West Gym. So the Toros now with a chance to build on a 7-point lead here. And set the step up right now to the free throw line is number 14, Talia Rayford. Long Beach Community College, Inglewood, California, her home. Solid stroke from 15 for her, and it's 65-56, back to a 9-point deficit for the Clan. It was one possession game basically the whole way until the Toros built that lead to double figures, and right now able to maintain that stretch. The Clan having a hard time cutting into that lead. In the half court now to Homer, head fake on the baseline. Elisa, oh, she's going to need a high arcer there. She can't get it. Bodies converge on the baseline. And a foul being called down low. I don't know if it's going to be Stanhope again being called for the foul. Indeed, Jada again being called for the foul, and they'll march it down and shoot some free throws at the other end of the floor. That's going to be Anande Jimenez, the redshirt junior, 5'11" forward from Santa Rosa and Santa Rosa Junior College. Stepping up for the Toros. restoring the 10-point lead. Pretty low-scoring game, but with regards to the deficit, based on the tempo, the pace, and the shot-making ability of this Clan team, it looks lofty at this stage to be trailing by 11 points. Certainly that three-point game is rhythm. And battling down low and a lack of free throw trips, all of that stuff. There we see a block there by Jimenez on Aaron Chambers, and the Clan have played some ranked teams and played them tough nationally, but this Cal State Dominguez Hills team not ranked. If you told me they were ranked, I'd believe you because they look darn good here. There's a skip pass down low, one bounce and to the basket, and they will lay it up and in. Monet Lee from Brianne Garcia, and they've been a great 1-2 punch for the Toros here. So 69-56 now the score, 13-point lead. Chambers, nice tough shot from underneath the basket. Makes it an 11-point game. Molly Goodenbauer signaling that stretch. Take your time in the half court. Milk the clock and cut down on the Clan possession. Simon's going to have to start to do some aggressive things here to perhaps jump in the passing lanes and get a steal. But this Cal State Dominguez team is taking care of the basketball pretty darn well tonight. Look at what they've done. There is a turnover, only the 10th of the game for the Toros. Homer on the break there. The problem there, Elisa, I think 2-on-1 and kind of let up and didn't go straight to the basket. And by that time, defensive help got there and was unable to score the basketball. Got to play with decisiveness, and she normally does. She is a slicing, really agile scoring threat, and she's going to be one of the great scorers here. There is a three-point hoist by Champion. That's not going to go. Homer, nice big rebound at the other end of the floor. 1:40 left to erase an 11-point deficit. Lowen for three, and she hits it. Katie with a big shot there, makes it an 8-point game. Clan need to put on a press. They need to do something here to get the basketball back. They need to put some pressure on the basketball. Clearly 18 on the shot clock, 1:17 left in the basketball game. And Cal State is going to keep milking it. There's Champion for three. She's going to knock it down. Champion is a big three-point shooter here in the clutch for Cal State. And if I'm head coach Bruce Langford, not too sure I'm happy about the way the Clan reacted defensively on that possession. You got to get more aggressive and go after the basketball. No timeout. I thought there was a timeout there. They're going to go right back onto the floor. Subs into the game are going to include Beauchamp, Beals, and Stanhope now back into this basketball game for the Clan. They're out there with Roberts and Kett, and the fact that Chambers is off the floor tells you something in the final minute of play here. Beauchamp can't squeeze that loose ball, and Garcia wisely letting it go out of bounds. Sweezer into this game. Taylor Champion coming out, as well as Telia Rayford. We get congratulations from the coaching staff as they come out of the game here. This looks like a decisive Cal State Dominguez Hills victory. The Toros now in the half court in the final 45 seconds of play, and their strength on the ball, both defending and driving to the basket, huge keys here, as well as that persistent effort underneath on the offensive glass. Simon Fraser on this day not their equal, pursuing loose balls. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Toros for that feisty play. It's made a big time difference in free throw attempts in this basketball game, and it's been a huge key here for the Toros. Especially when you're knocking them both down like the Toros just did there. Number 21, Jade Hudson, I believe making her first appearance in this game. She's a redshirt junior from Santa Rosa. Clan will play out the final 30 seconds here, and knowing they need a complete 40-minute effort tomorrow with more cohesion. if they want to come away with a victory against this Cal State team. So here we go, 13 seconds remaining, and what has seemed obvious since the early to mid stages of the second half really seems to be coming true here. Will come true in just a matter of seconds, and there it is, 74-61 is your final score. Simon Fraser Clan falling to their California visitors, the Toros of Cal State Dominguez Hills. Really quick wrap-up will tell us the leading scorer in this game is Aaron Chambers with 22 points on 9 of 20 shooting. Meg Wilson with 13 on the other side of the ledger, 16 apiece for Brian Garcia and Monet Lee, 12 points for Taylor Champion. I'm Howard Samura. We're going to call it a day and throw it back to our producer-engineer, Gabriel Lee. Hope you join us tomorrow.
Thanks, Howard. We want to remind you that the women's basketball team will be back in action tomorrow, December 21st at 1 p.m. as they take on the Toros once again here in the West Gym to wrap up their 2014 calendar year. We hope you will be able to come out to the West Gym to support, but if not, you can catch all the action live on Clan TV. For Howard Sumur and our entire production crew, we want to thank you for watching. I'm Gabriel Lin, and we'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.